helping you to, if it's growing in the investment is growing, it keeps the money tax sheltered. So an RRSP account, or registered retirement savings plan, is usually used for when you retire. So it's a great way to put your money aside. When you have it in an RRSP savings account, you can put it into mutual funds. You can put the funds into GI, guaranteed investment certificate. You can put it in stocks, bonds. There's many types of investments we can put the money into. But the type of account it is it keeps any kind of growth that we have, it keeps it tax sheltered while we're putting that money aside. And it allows us to grow that money tax sheltered. When we retire, then we pull that money out, and usually when we're retired, we're earning less money, so we're taxed at a lower tax rate in the future. So mainly that can be used for retirement. Another thing that it can be used is when we first buy our first home. We can pull money from that to put a deposit down for our first home, and we have 15 years to put the money back into that savings without any tax penalties on that. So it's a type of account that has a safety net for tax purposes, and it can help us build our income, as a tax sheltered type of account. And then there's an RESP, or Registered Education Savings Plan. And this is a way to save for your child's education. The government gives benefits when you put money into this type of account. They actually match you 20% of the income that you put into there, up to a maximum of $7,200 per year. But a benefit of that is, again, the money stays. You can deposit money, you can put many different types of investments into that type of account, but the government will match it up to 20%. And it gives you extra benefits to save for your child's education. Okay. And then tax-free savings account, it also stays tax sheltered. You can have many types of investments with it. When you put money in, you don't get a benefit for putting money aside, but when you pull it out, you're not taxed on it. I'm kind of going through this a little bit quickly. We do have a class called Investment Basics that really does cover this in a lot more detail. But just know that there are these types of accounts that are available to you. Money markets, mutual funds, stocks, and bonds are different ways you can put your money and have that money grow. The RRSP, RESP, and tax-free savings account, TFSA, those are accounts where you get benefits from the government for putting money into keeping that. Kind of like a way I like to visualize it is the RRSP, RESP, and TFSA are kind of like a box, a place where you can put the money in. There's different types of investments you can put in there, but anytime you use that box or put that money aside, the government gives you perks for doing that. And I'm actually, does anybody have any kind of questions about that? And just know I won't go into too much depth here. If you do want to learn more about that, you can speak with a financial institution about that, as well as, we can also come back and do the investment basics class to kind of give a little bit more depth there. Okay. So just some visuals for you. If we had a 2-liter bottle full of dimes, so those are 10-cent pieces, putting money aside into that bottle, that 2-liter bottle, it adds up to $700. So this can be a little challenge you put towards yourself, putting loose change into a bottle to see how fast that can add up. Why this is included here is it kind of just gives us a nice visual to show you how quickly money can add up if you're just putting even 10-cent pieces aside. Okay. And actually, I see a question in the chat. Does a tax-free savings account contribution limit start from the moment we become a Canadian citizen at 18 or after landing in Canada, regardless of the immigration status? That's actually a great question. Navneet, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I will have to get back to you about that. After landing in Canada. Because I do know as a Canadian, there is, like, every year we get a new threshold that we can put money into that tax-free savings account. And I'm not sure if we have to officially become a Canadian citizen are not. Okay, so I'll just double check that.